Hey, give back the $3,000 that my wife lent you, Melanie.
What? What is this about? Please follow along with this whole thing and give my husband $3,000.
Trouble busters!
Our condolence gift for Grandma Smith's funeral is $200, Melanie. So can you match your contribution up with ours? What? Isn't $200 too little? This money is tough for us, you see. People will look at us strangely if we're the only ones with less, so please make sure you get it right, okay? My name is Melanie, and I'm married to Jaden, the second son of 2 brothers in his family, and I live as a part-time housewife. My brother-in-law Evan is already married as well, but I just cannot take a liking to his wife, Evelyn. The brother's very kind grandmother, Mrs. Allison Smith, passed away just the other day. You settled on $200 for the condolence gift, right? I'm sorry, ma'am, but my husband took charge of managing that, and, well...
What the hell? I frickin' told you to settle on that amount. Why the hell didn't you take charge yourself? Ugh, seriously useless.
I'm sorry.
Hey, give back the $3,000 that my wife lent you, Melanie.
What is this about?
Don't play coy with me, yo. You asked Evelyn to pay for your contribution to Grandma's funeral because you couldn't pay anything. I know everything, Melanie. That money is going to be used for the vehicle inspection on my car.
Believe me when I tell you, Mr. Evan, that I don't know what you're talking about.
What's going on? What's the fuss about over here? Jaden, what's going on with your damn wife, eh? Melanie, did you do something wrong?
No, honey, I don't think I did. I'm positive I didn't.
Whatever, just pay me back the $3,000. The vehicle inspection is next week. What are you gonna tell me to do? Run to my company to ask for an additional payment? $3,000?
So apparently, Evelyn told Evan that she lent me $3,000 in cash, but I have absolutely no recollection of that at all.
Dude, isn't there some kind of mistake? We both work and we're not particularly struggling financially, so I don't think Melanie would ask anyone, let alone someone in the family, for such a large amount of money. So what, bro? Are you saying my wife is lying to me? No, dude, please. That's what I mean. Evelyn also told me this, that Melanie has a quiet, mature face and personality, but is quite careless with money.
What the? Excuse me?
Jaden, have you ever considered the possibility that Melanie gambles without you knowing? What?
Please stop making false accusations. I've never been interested in gambling in my life.
Anyway, I won't move a single step until I get the $3,000 back. I could even resort to drastic measures should you even try to turn me away.
This is a problem.
Melanie, you really didn't borrow any money, did you?
Even you doubt me, Jaden?
No, honey, please understand. I was just checking. I'm sorry. Evan, I still think this is some kind of mistake. Why don't we call Evelyn here for now? The hell?
Yes, I agree, sir. If you call her in person, this whole misunderstanding will surely be cleared up eventually.
Hey, you know what? It's true that at this pace, I don't think it's gonna get us anywhere. All right, then.
Honey...
Evelyn, about the money you lent Melanie.
Melanie, can I speak with you privately for a second? Miss Evelyn, what on earth is this? Please follow along with this whole thing and give my husband $3,000. What? $3,000 right here, right now? That's impossible. Why would you?
Don't you freaking complain. Just pay him the money. You're usually no good to us at all, so you better be useful to us every once in a while, eh?
Huh?
Hey, what are you two talking about out here?
Nothing, darling. It's nothing. Hey, hold it right. Enough of this.
What?
I did not borrow $3,000 from anyone. In the first place, who, pray tell, was it that demanded that I match my contributions to Grandma Smith's funeral to your $200?
What on earth are you talking about? $200 for Grandma's funeral?
No, this is...
This month is tough for us, you see. People will look at us strangely if we're the only ones with less, so please make sure you get it right, okay? That's what you told me straight to my face, wasn't it, Miss Evelyn?
Did you say that, Evelyn? I'm positive I gave you $1,000 to contribute to the funeral, though.
Oh, come on now, darling. You know I wouldn't say something like that. And you, Melanie, you better stop with all this stupid nonsense. Well, if that's the case, should I check with Mr. Smith, the brother's father? Shall we call him up this instant and confirm how much you actually contributed to the funeral?
There ain't no way. Don't tell me, Evelyn, that you...
No, well...
I'll call Dad right now and check.
Hey, wait a minute.
Hello, Dad. There's one thing I want to ask you. During the funeral and memorial service the other day, how much was the official amount that we contributed to the whole thing? What? The official amount? Answer this question, Dad, without thinking about it. Just tell me the amount straight, please. How much was it? It was $200. Yeah, I heard from Evelyn that it's really hard to make ends meet for you right now. You doing okay, Evan, buddy? Oh, I'm doing great, Dad, thanks. But more importantly, about the contribution, there seems to have been a slight mishap, and the $1,000 I'd prepared somehow became $200. I'll add in the remaining $800 a little later, so could you wait a few days? Are you sure, buddy? If it's really hard to make ends meet, you don't have to push yourself, you know. No, Dad, seriously, I'm sure about this. Thanks all the same. Well then, Evelyn, how about you explain to me what exactly has been going on?
Well,
I'm very sure I gave you $1,000 for the funeral, but how did it become $200 instead? And where did the remaining $800 go? And also, the $3,000 for the vehicle inspection next week. So you lied once again. This time about lending this money to Melanie, didn't you? There's no way someone who paid $200 for the funeral would lend $3,000 to anyone. The total is $3,800. Where on earth did it all go, eh?
Miss Evelyn, I must advise that it'll only be a waste of time if you try to feign ignorance and make up excuses at this stage. Shut up!
Melanie's right, Evelyn. You're better off confessing to your mistakes.
Cool.
What was that?
Sorry, we didn't hear you very well.
Yeah, so I blew it all off playing pachinko. Sue my ass.
What?
So, you gambled, Miss Evelyn? I thought you were buying fashion items with that kind of money.
So you play pachinko, do you, Miss Evelyn? I play sometimes too, but...
What?
Of course, within the limits of my allowance, don't worry. You little... So you haven't quit, eh?
What?
You promised when we got married, didn't you? You promised you would never play pachinko again after tying the knot.
Did she really?
Damn it, Evelyn, now look at what you done.
No, honey. I just happened to pass by a pachinko parlor and saw the words, "Out with the old and in with the new." And before I knew it, I was inside the parlor and holding the lever.
In any case, the fact remains that you've spent all the money for the funeral and vehicle inspection on pachinko.
Yes?
Does your stupidity know any bounds? And you even lied and said that you paid for Melanie's contribution to the funeral? I'm sorry, Melanie. I misunderstood everything and said all these terrible things. Can you forgive me?
No, sir. You did nothing wrong.
Evelyn, you apologized to Melanie too. Evelyn?
I didn't cause any trouble to Melanie, though, did I?
What the frick?
I only asked her to go along with the story, and she had the audacity to refuse. Not only that, she even spilled the beans regarding everything about the $200. That's right. If you had gone along with this whole thing, this wouldn't have happened.
What are you on about?
There's no way in hell I would ever go along with whatever boring lies you come up with to make me useful to you. Excuse me?
I know a few things, miss. You talk quite a lot about me behind my back. All good things, I'm sure.
What?
Things like Melanie has a quiet, mature face and personality, but is quite careless with money, or something like that.
No, that's just...
You talk shit about people outside of earshot, and when things don't go your way, you demand that they go along with the story? That's too damn convenient.
Oh...
You gamble away all the money and then try to make people seem like they're indebted to you. As your sister-in-law, I am so ashamed.
Excuse me?
And now, what are you going to do about it, You've used not only the funeral money, but also the money for the vehicle inspection. Which is more important, haven't you? What are you going to tell Mr. Evan to do? Run to his company to ask for an additional payment?
That's right, the vehicle inspection. Hey, Evelyn, that is gonna be next week. What are you gonna do about all this?
Well, I'll get it all back with Pachinko.
Don't be ridiculous. This is the absolute worst. It's like I'm having the worst dream possible. Dad? Hello, Dad. About the money for the funeral, I'll get back to you later. No, it's not that, son. I was just talking to Guy, the neighbor next door, and he told me he heard a strange rumor, see? What strange rumor? Well, apparently your wife, Evelyn, is hanging around the horse racing track quite a bit. There were many witnesses to confirm this, actually. What the hell? Could her gambling be the primary reason as to why you're financially struggling nowadays? Sorry, Dad, but can I please call you back later? Oh, okay, son. You heard everything, right?
No, well,
Judging by the way you look, so flustered and panicked, it seems like what Dad said was true. Not only did you lie about quitting Pachinko, but you even went and pursued a new form of gambling?
No, see, I thought I could maybe make more money betting on horse racing than at Pachinko.
That's not what I'm frickin' asking!
That's honestly surprising. Oh.
What's wrong, Melanie?
Now that you mention it, recently I've been getting messages like this from Evelyn a lot. Melanie, dear, free up some time this weekend. I'm taking you to a very fun place.
A very fun place?
Yes, I ignored all these messages because it seemed too suspicious to me, but God forbid these messages were all part of a ruse to get me to join your gambling circle?
What are you on about? Enough delusions. Who would want to have you join them, eh?
So what was this invitation all about then?
You have a quiet, mature face and personality and seem to be rich in addition to that. I thought you'd be a good companion. No, I misspoke. I actually...
Does your untrustworthiness know any bounds?
I can't freaking believe this. This woman is my wife, no less.
But if that's the case, there's one thing that doesn't make sense.
Huh?
Of course, you need a certain amount of money to gamble, right? And with habits like hers, that could only be so large.
Well, that's true, I suppose.
But what with Evelyn being a full-time housewife and all, where on earth does that kind of money come from? If she's getting involved in funeral money and the vehicle inspection costs, it means she's lost a lot of money, perhaps far more than we ever thought.
Evelyn, for the love of Jesus Christ, don't tell me you're in debt!
Huh? Well, you see...
Miss Evelyn, needless to say, checking to see if you have debt or not is literally child's play. There's no point in lying if the truth can be discovered in less than 60 seconds.
You shut the hell up!
Answer the question, Evelyn!
Oh, yes, I am in debt.
Ha! Just as I suspected!
I thought as much as well.
This is so scary to even ask, but how much do you have in debt?
How much was it again?
You owe so much that you don't even know anymore?
Something's rustling.
This is my debt.
What the hell? Mrs. Sanderson, $2,000. Mrs. Tomlinson, $3,000. Mrs. Romanov, $1.5 grand.
Mrs. Kingman, $700. Mrs. Morrison, $400.
maybe between parentheses.
And not only personal names are listed here, but a few names of consumer finance institutions are listed as well. Don't tell me this number right here is the total amount you have in debt.
Yes, it is. So if you add it all up, it goes beyond $30,000 with an extra $2,200 piled on top.
$30,000? You cannot be serious. This has to be some kind of bad joke, right?
Well, at first it was about $1,000 total, but before I knew it, it had become like that. But it's okay. There's a big race coming up this weekend, and if I hit the jackpot, I can pay back all of that right away. I haven't had a lucky time recently, but I'm actually a person who can win, honey, honest. I've won many times up until now anyhow. This debt is only temporary, you'll see.
You goddamn!
But I don't have enough money to go for the jackpot this weekend, so can you give me a little bit more? Then I can win the next race and…
Enough with the bullshit! Do you even comprehend what you've been saying for the last few minutes? You're in debt for $30,000 frickin' dollars, Evelyn, and you still want me to lend you money? Seriously, are you out of your frickin' gourd?
This isn't even something that's so bad, Evan. You've never gambled before, so you simply don't understand how this feels. After a big loss comes an even bigger win. That's what a game of chance is like. Is that really what it is, honey?
Don't look at me, I'm no pro here.
Melanie, dear. Yes, ma'am? Please, can you lend me just a little bit of money? What? No, I cannot do that, Miss Evelyn. More importantly, I'm surprised you have the audacity to even ask me to borrow money in this situation. Don't worry, I'll pay you back twice as much. Somehow, I feel like I've heard that somewhere before. Mr. Jaden!
What?
Please lend me $1,000. I'll make it into $10,000 and pay it all back to you.
Yeah, that's definitely a lie.
Miss Evelyn, for your own sake and Mr. Evans, please don't embarrass yourself anymore. Neither I nor my husband have any intention of lending you money for your gambling. Why won't anyone understand?
Enough already.
Huh?
I understand everything now.
What? You'll be giving some money then?
Like hell I frickin' will, woman. I'm telling you, I understand very well that you're a hopeless person beyond salvation. We are going to get a divorce.
What?
Well, of course you are. Why are you so surprised? You never cease to amaze me.
No, please. Oh, this is going too frickin' fast.
If it were going fast, we'd be at City Hall by now. And the simple fact that you broke your promise when you first married me already makes this whole damn thing a divorce issue.
That's why I think I was wrong, honey.
Don't lie to me again. You're not regretting it at all, are you?
Yes, I am. But I can't quit no matter what.
That's why I'm telling you we're getting a divorce.
You'd understand what I mean if you gambled too.
Who the hell would gamble so willingly?
What the hell is this quarrel? God damn. It's like watching two cats argue over who's going to impregnate a blanket. Excuse me, but if you're going to negotiate divorce now, could you please take this argument outside? What? In the first place, it's because you didn't go along with what I asked that all of this has happened, you know. Take some responsibility. Me? Responsible? Yes, you're responsible.
Melanie?
And you are the one who should take a whole lot of responsibility in that case. You already owe so many people money and still want to gamble using other people's money? Evelyn Smith, you should be ashamed of yourself. Ooh.
Evelyn, we're getting a divorce and you will have to deal with your debts on your own, all right?
No, please.
And additionally, if an excessive gambling addiction leads to divorce, you know that I can claim alimony too, right?
What?
I don't care how much debt you get into with gambling, but I'll definitely demand alimony from you for the pain you caused, and of course the vehicle inspection costs and the funeral contribution will also be included.
I can't do that. I don't even have the money to gamble anymore.
If that's the case, just give in to society and find a job. Well, while you'll be paying for whatever interest you'll be charged, your life might end before then, but...
I get it. I'm so sorry. It was all my fault.
What's the big deal all of a sudden?
I'm never gambling again. Please spare me a divorce, please.
I see, so you'll never gamble again, but what about the debts you have now?
Well, you see, I thought I could have you pay them off for now.
Huh. I knew you'd say something like that. I wonder if I have that kind of money. Me, Evan Smith, heaving and sweating his balls off to pay for a frickin' vehicle inspection. Even if I did have $30,000 at my disposal, I'd rather take a hike to hell and back than give it to you. I'm not so stupid to believe you wouldn't use the money for gambling right away once again. It's all over with you. Don't show your face to me again.
No, please, Jaden, tell your brother something. Convince him, please.
Quite the tall order, Miss Evelyn.
Melanie?
Could you please go home soon? I have to prepare dinner soon anyway, and more than anything, I don't want to see your face again either.
No, please.
After that, Evan and Evelyn were officially divorced. A good lawyer on his side fought well for the claim of alimony, and now Evelyn is working multiple jobs from morning to night, trying to pay off all the debts she has to so many people, in addition to the alimony she must pay her ex-husband. On the other hand, I feel relieved both physically and mentally that I'm no longer involved with such a troublesome person. From now on, I hope to be able to live the complete opposite of her, one where I don't go about making brainless mistakes. I want to live a modest life with my husband so that we don't go down the same dark path towards despair.
Troublebusters!